Good day everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about sequence. Sequence is a list or set of numbers that follows a specific order or pattern. It can be classified as either finite or infinite. So sa finite sequence, kung mapapansin natin sa example, merong first term, meron ding last term. While in infinite sequence, merong first term pero walang last term. So yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Now, how to find rule of a sequence? Rule or end term, a sequence follows a pattern. We can also express that rule or end term as, so ito, pag nakita natin to, pag binasa yan, a sub n. Okay? So let's have an example. Find the rule or end term of the sequence 5, 8, 11, 14, so on and so forth. So ang hahanapin natin is the end term or the rule. So first, lista natin yung sequence natin and then, kung mapapansin natin dito, is added by 3. Kung titingnan natin yung sequence natin dito, added by 3. This is what we call common difference. After that, kung papansinin natin, may makikita tayong pattern, no? 5 plus 0 equals 5, 5 plus 3 equals 8, 5 plus 3 plus 3 equals 11, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 14. So dito kung mapapansin natin, meron tayong pattern na makukuha, no? Although yung una is plus 0. Pero yung mga sumunod, kung papansinin natin, meron tayong repeated addition. Okay? So magagamit natin yan. Di ba kapag repeated addition, para mas mapaikse, pwede natin gamitin na operation ay multiply. So magagamit natin yon. Para makuha natin yung rule, dito gagamit tayo ng n. Yung n, yun yung position of terms. Halimbawa, first, second, third, fourth. Okay? Kaya dito sa a sub n, yung n dito, yun yung position ng term. So now, gagamitin natin ngayon yung first term, pati yung common difference na nakuha natin, pati yung pattern na nakuha natin dito. We have 5 plus 3 times n. So yung 5 dito, yun yung first term. Yung plus 3, ito yung common difference. At yung n, ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. Kung mapapansin natin kasi, yung 3 dito ay repeated addition. So, imbis na gamitin natin yung repeated addition, magmumultiply tayo. Kaya lang, kung titingnan natin, if n is equal to 1, so di ba 1 to? 3 times 1 equals 3. Plus 5 equals 8. So, ang makukuha natin yung second term, hindi yun yung first term. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yan. Okay? Now, let's try 5 plus 3 times n minus 1. Bakit n minus 1? Kung babalikan natin yung kanina, 5 plus 0 equals 5, kailangan nating magkaroon ng plus 0 para makuha natin yung first term. Okay? So now, let us check. So una, if n is equal to 1, so 1 minus 1, 0, times 3, 0, plus 5 equals 5. So yun yung first term. Next, if n is 2, so we have 2 minus 1, 1 times 3, 3 plus 5 equals 8. So tama rin yung position. So tama rin tayo rito sa second term. Next, if n is 3, 3 minus 1, 2 times 3, 6 plus 5, 11. So tama yung next term natin. No? Lastly, 4. If n is 4, 4 minus 1, 3. 3 times 3, 9 plus 5, 14. So ibig sabihin, tama tong rule na nakuha natin. Okay? So ngayon, kung titignan natin yung rule natin, pwede pa nating i-simplify yan. So i-simplify natin. Now, yung 3 dito, i-multiply natin dito sa quantity of n minus 1. So 3 times n, 3n, 3 times 1, 3. So we have 5 plus 3n minus 3. Now, yung 5, saka yung minus 3, pwede nating i-combine. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Then 2 plus 3n, so, ito yung simplified rule. So, i-check natin. 2 plus 3 times 1 equals 5. 2 plus 3 times 2. So, 3 times 2, 6 plus 2 equals 8. Next, 2 plus 3 times 3. 3 times 3, 9 plus 2 equals 11. So, next, 2 plus 3 times 4, 3 times 4, 12 plus 2, 14. So, that means, yung 2 plus 3n, ito yung simplified rule na dapat nating sundin. Ito yung pinaka-answer natin. Okay? So, therefore, a sub n is equal to 2 plus 3n. So, balikan natin yung mga steps na ginawa natin. So, tandaan nyo, no? Kung ang sequence natin merong common difference, ito yung gagawin natin. So, balik natin yung example natin. Find the rule or nth term of the sequence 5, 8, 11, 14, so on and so forth. Ano yung step 1 natin? Is to get the common difference. So, ilista natin yung sequence. Tapos, tignan natin kung ano yung magiging common difference. Step 2, add the first term to the product of common difference and quantity of n-1. So, we have 5 plus 3 times the quantity of n-1. Again, yung 5, yun yung first term, plus 3, ito yung common difference. And then, the quantity of n-1, i-fix na natin yan. If we have a sequence na merong common difference. Okay? Next step, yung nakuha nating rule, isi-simplify pa natin. No? So, yung 5 plus 3 times the quantity of n-1 becomes 5 plus 3n minus 3. So, again, yung 3 dito, minultiply doon sa n-1. Next, yung 5 at minus 3, pwedeng i-combine. So, we have 5 minus 3, we have 2 plus 3n. And then, so wag natin kakalimutan yung a sub n kasi we are talking about rule. So, for the final answer, we have a sub n equals 2 plus 3n or a sub n is equal to 3n plus 2. Parehas lang yan, kahit alin sa dalawa. So, again, remember these 3 steps to find the rule. If the sequence has common difference. Example number 2. Find the rule or nth term of the sequence 10, 7, 4, 1. So, hanapin natin yung rule. So, step 1, get the common difference. So, when we look at 10, 7, 4, 1, ito naman nagsasubtract ng 3. So, that means the common difference is negative 3. Remember, kapag ang sequence natin ay decreasing or pababa, magiging negative yung common difference natin. Okay? Next step is to add the first term to the product of the common difference and n-1. So, kailangan natin yung first term na 10, common difference na negative 3. So, we have 10 plus negative 3 times the quantity of n-1. Yung 10, ito yung first term. Yung negative 3, ito yung common difference. Yung n-1, yan yung sinasabi nating fix. Kasi nga, meron tayong common difference. Step 3 is to simplify. So, simplify natin yung 10 plus negative 3 times n-1. So, yung negative 3, multiply natin doon sa n-1. So, negative 3 times n, negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 1, positive 3. So, dito, okay, so yung addition, minultiply sa negative, that is negative. Positive times positive, that is positive. So, we have 10 minus 3n plus 3. Tapos, yung 10 and 3, pwedeng i-combine. So, 10 plus 3 equals 13. So, therefore, we have 13 minus 3n. And then, i-check natin, bago tayo mag-final answer, i-double check natin. So, we have 13 minus 3 times 1 equals 10. Next, 13 minus 3 times 2 equals 7. 13 minus 3 times 3, 3 times 3 equals 9. So, 13 minus 9 equals 4. And lastly, 13 minus 3 times 4. So, 3 times 4 is 12. 13 minus 12 equals 1. Again, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, ito yung value of n. Remember, yung n, yun yung position of the terms. So, therefore, ang final answer natin, a sub n is equal to 13 minus 3n. Example number 3. Find the rule or nth term of the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16. Now, kung titingnan natin yung 2, 4, 8, 16, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng common difference. Kasi kung isasubtract natin, 4 minus 2, 2. 8 minus 4, 4. 16 minus 8, 8. So, hindi common difference ang tawag doon. Now, kung papansinin naman natin, yung number ay multiplied by 2. Tama? 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. So, etong times 2 na to, tinatawag yan na common ratio. So, tatawagin naman natin common ratio kapag yung sequence natin ay nagmo-multiply o kaya naman nagdi-divide. Okay? Sa common difference, nag-a-add or nagsasubtract. So, yan So, dito naman, common ratio kapag nagmumultiply or nagdi-divide. Okay? So, now, gagamitin natin, i-note natin yung common ratio natin yan. Kasi gagamitin natin yan. Now, kung ililista natin, meron tayong pattern na 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 16. So, dito sa una, 2 times 1 equals 2. Ito lang yung naiba. Pero, kung titignan natin yung mga sumunod na pattern, this is a repeated multiplication. So, ngayon, kapag repeated multiplication, ano ba ang connected sa repeated multiplication? Di ba pwede nating isulat using exponent or using exponential form? So, i-connect natin sa exponential form. So, gamit tayo ng variable na n. Again, yung n, that's the position or yung kung pang ilan yung term. Kung first term, second term, third term, or fourth term. So on and so forth. So we have 2 times 2 raised to n minus 1. Yung 2, itong unang 2, yan yung first term. Yung times 2, ito yung common ratio. Tapos yung n minus 1, ito yung sinasabi natin na exponent. Kasi nga, we have repeated multiplication. Kaya imbis na repeated multiplication ang gamitin natin, isulat natin into exponential form. Okay? So now, check natin. If n is equal to 1, so we have 1 minus 1 equals 0. So meron tayong 2 raised to 0. So 2 raised to 0 is equal to 1. And 2 times 1 is equal to 2. O diba ito yon yung 2 times 1. Okay? So ibig sabihin, if our n is 1, the first term is 2. So, tama tayo. Next, if n is 2, we have 2 minus 1. So, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, meron tayong 2 raised to 1. What is 2 raised to 1? 2 pa rin. Times 2 equals 4. So, tama yung second term natin. Next, if n is 3. 3 minus 1, 2. So, meron tayong 2 raised to 2. What is 2 raised to 2? 4 times 2 equals 8. So, tama yung third term natin. Lastly, if n is equal to 4, we have 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So, meron tayong 2 raised to 3. What is 2 raised to 3? That's 8. 8 times 2 equals 16. So, tama tayo sa fourth term natin. So, what does it mean? Ibig sabihin, yung rule na hinahanap natin is a sub n equals 2 times 2 raised to n minus 1. So, kung titignan natin dito, Step 1, get the common ratio. Step 2, multiply the first term to the common ratio raised to n minus 1. Number 4 example, find the rule or nth term of the sequence 64, 16, 4, 1, so on and so forth. So we will go into find the rule. So step 1, get the common ratio. So ilista natin yung sequence natin. So ito, kung mapapansin natin, yung number naman natin pababa. And then, divided by 4. Yan yung magiging common ratio natin. Okay, check natin. 64 divided by 4, 16. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay? So again, kailangan natin ng first term and this common ratio. And for the step 2, multiply the first term to the common ratio raised to n minus 1. So we have 64, ito yung first term, times 1/4. Bakit 1/4? So yung divided by 4, gagawin nating 1/4. Okay? Raised to n minus 1. So check natin kung tama yung rule na to. Remember that n, ito yung position. Kung first term, second term, third term, fourth term, so on and so forth. Let us have n is equal to 1. So we have 1 minus 1. Diba? 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have 1/4 raised to 0. Any expression raised to 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, 64 times 1 equals 64. So tama tayo sa first term natin. Next, 64 times 1/4 raised to 2 minus 1. So dito naman, ang n natin ay 2. 2 minus 1, that is 1. So 1/4 raised to 1, still 1/4. So ibig sabihin, 64 divided by 4, that is equal to 16. Next, 64 times 1/4 raised to 3 minus 1. So this time, n natin ay 3. So 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay? Then we have 64 times 1 raised to 2 over 4 raised to 2. 1 raised to 2, that's still 1. 4 raised to 2, that is 16. So meron tayong 64 times 1 over 16. 64 times 1, 64, divided by 16 equals 4. And lastly, we have 64 times 1/4 raised to 4 minus 1. So our n is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then we have 64 times 1 raised to 3 over 4 raised to 3. 1 raised to 3, that is still equal to 1. 4 raised to 3, that is 64. So we have 64 times 1 over 64. 64 times 1, 64, divided by 64 equals 1. So that means, tama yung rule natin. A sub n equals 64 times 1/4 raised to n minus 1. Diyan na muna natin tatapusin ang video natin. Kung meron kayong questions or clarifications, i-comment nyo lang dyan sa baba. At kung nagustuhan nyo yung video natin, huwag kalimutan i-click ang like. Thank you. At kung gusto nyo pa makapanood ng ganitong klaseng videos or tutorial, huwag kalimutan i-click ang follow. Okay? Thank you so much and see you on the next video.